Awesome, guys. Let's wait for 1 or 2 minutes. Let everyone join. Okay, masters. Let's start now. Uh, let Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining SAJJANA SANGATHYAM. Today, our speaker is Santhosh. He's been. It's very good to have Santhosh here. Thank you so much, Santhosh. Uh, he's been doing the meditation since 2008. That means almost 16 years. It's not a small amount of time, man. Oh my God. That's really great to hear that. He also shared his wisdom in spiritual workshops he conducted in India and US. That's really great to hear that. And he did the productive meditations and lucid dreamings and astral travels. He's parallelly working with our grandmaster Prabodh Achyutha. That's really great to know that. With that, I would like to invite our speaker, Santhosh, today's speaker.
Thank you, Ajay garu, for wonderful introduction. Hello, my dear friends. I see we have more people joining. Thank you for joining this session to start with. And you know, before we start the session, let's take just few seconds to thank all the teachers and the masters that guided us and guiding us, all the gurus, siddha gurus, physically and non-physically, metaphysically present, guiding us. So let's show our gratitude to them. Every time, anytime we get a chance, we have to take that opportunity to show our gratitude to the great masters, grand masters, to all the masters, to all the Buddhas in the past, present, and the future, to all the Bodhisattvas, to all the gurus, Siddha gurus, physically present and metaphysically. They are guiding us in every possible way for our progression. So let us show our gratitude, my dear friends. Just acknowledge them that they are helping us, that they are there. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, my dear friends. So yeah, like I said, right, every time, anytime, we get a chance to thank somebody or someone, it's important to show our gratitude. And especially, you know, gurus, masters, grandmasters, when you have an opportunity to thank them, show our gratitude, we must do that. It's a very important, activity. That's what Guru Puja is. Guru Puja doesn't mean exactly you put their feet in the plate and wash their feet. It doesn't have to be that. It can be one karma, kriya karma, but karma kanda. But every time you show gratitude towards them, every time you get a chance, you show gratitude to them and thank them that they're guiding you all the time, right? So that's important. Being grateful is very important. So Now, let's go into the session, my dear friends. So, my name is Santhosh. I'm from Atlanta. Like Ajay Garu said, I've been meditating for last few years, and I've been associating with Master Prabodh, Grandmaster Prabodh. I think it's been from 2010, 11, sometime around that year, right? Those years. Um, so I'll just give brief introduction about how I got into meditation, how I got into astral travel, and then we'll talk about why do we need to um, um, look into astral travel. Why do we have to try to come out of our body? Why do we give importance to out of body experiences? We'll talk about that, because any experience, my dear friends, any experience teaches something. You see in your vision something and you feel happy. That is very, yes, celebration is important, but what you get from the vision, what you get from your intuition, what you get from that message that you heard. Someone says, I heard om in my meditation, but what does it mean, om? So why did you hear about it? Why did you hear that inner voice? Why did you see that beautiful mountains, trees? What does it reflect? These are the important aspects. So the same way we'll talk about why the astral travel is needed, or why we give importance to it. Okay, we'll look at it. So yeah, I started my meditation in 2008, and then I've been doing my meditations, and then one fine day I met Master Prabodh on in around 2010 2011. Incidentally, someone, I was at home. I think that was a weekend. Somebody started knocking my door, and I attended the door. I attended the guest, and he asked for my aunt. I was staying with my aunt at that time. I was doing my bachelor's at that time. So he asked for my aunt, and I said no, she's not there. She went out somewhere. And then I thought he'll leave immediately. And then he was about to, and he took a turn around and he said, "Did you read The Power of Your Subconscious Mind?" I said, "What?" I mean, I've been doing meditation before. I understood those words and everything. I know a small concept of it, but then so I said, "No, I didn't know that. I didn't know any booklet." So he said, "You should read. Let me get your email." And he said, and I gave him the email, and he sent the PDF immediately. I started reading that book, and it was wonderful book, by the way. Everybody should read it, The Power of Subconscious Mind. So that was none other than our Grandmaster Prabodh. So I mean, I was little shocked by someone I didn't even know, and just looking at me and saying, you should read a book. This is a very important book. You should read it. And I was shocked, and at the same time intrigued. Who is this man who came to our house and suddenly looked at me and said, you should read this book and do something like this? And that's when I started meeting him more and more. I was intrigued to know who is this man, and giving these valuable suggestions, because I like the book, obviously. And every time I meet him, when I was in that area, every time I meet him, only important suggestions, whatever he learned or he got to know, the wisdoms and experiences, he only spoke about them like a gunshot points. you know Important things. Every time we meet, this is what I learned last 2 days back. This is what I got, this experience, a very important experience. You should know about this. You have to get to know these things. He used to give all these gunshot points, and they're like a treasure cove of wisdom for me. And let me give you this as my experience. I think I've never told this experience to anyone. So whenever he explains some higher experience or some points, very advanced points. Some of them I used to take, but some of them I didn't understand them at that time. But after a couple of years of my sadhana, somewhere I was somewhere else and I was doing my sadhana, and it then okay, this is what he was talking about. It used to stuck me like that. And that's when I understood. I mean, it took a couple of years for me to understand some of the advanced topics he spoke about in those days. So that's how I got associated with Master Prabodh. We used to meditate at nights, we used to experiments, and we used to go to different places and meditate. I was fortunate enough to be with him and in those days and meditate with him. So that's how I got associated. And um, astral travel and lucid dreaming. Let's come to that. Um, so the same thing, astral travel is a very fancy subject for me. I never thought I could do astral travel, but suddenly Master Prabodh came and said, I am conducting an astral travel workshop. He said, that's wonderful. Okay, I'll attend the workshop and I'll no. He said, you are going to be a speaker in that workshop. I said, I've never done any work astral travels before. I don't know anything about lucid dreaming. That's why he said that okay, then let's do. There is a very simple solution for it. The solution is to come out of your body. Come out of your body, go somewhere and come out. That's what it's called, astral travel, right? If you didn't do lucid dreaming, then do lucid dreaming. That's all. You get to know, you get experiences, and then you teach. That's all it is. It's not a big deal. That's the solution he gave me. And so we put like 60 to 90 days, and we were doing meditations a lot. Master was guiding me in my meditations, and got great experiences. And then Master was the main speaker, and I was a co-speaker. I was giving my experience in that workshop in Hyderabad. I think that was the first workshop in whole India to conduct 3 days of continuous meditations. Full day and night, only on astral travel and you know lucid dreaming. And we conducted very advanced techniques. We experimented with many different techniques in astral travel and lucid dreaming, because we got a big hall, and almost 200 people attended the workshop, and it was a major success at the time. So that's how I started with my just to teach. I started reading about astral travel and experimenting with astral projections, out of body experiences. That's how I got into it, and I continued my journey. And every time I have a question or something, Master guided me with his valuable wisdom. I'll give you a small example. Okay, I was in. I, I think this. I shared this experience. What I'm about to say. I've shared this a lot of times, but this is a very important experience in my life, because one of the important experience in my life, right? I think it was in 2016. It was around December 10th to 15th, somewhere in there. We were getting close to Dhyana Mahachakram in India. People that doesn't know, I feel like a lot of you people know about Dhyana Mahachakram. It is like 11 days program. Patriji, or Master Patriji, used to conduct in India, Hyderabad, Kartal Pyramid, from 21st to 31st of December. Right, every year he used to conduct. So around those days, I was in Houston, and I got a call from Master, and we were just chatting about catching up, right? Suddenly he asked me, how are things? I said, I feel missing. I feel like missing something, because every year I used to go to Dhyanma Chakram, but now for the last 2 3 years I'm not going. I feel like missing that big group, thousands and 1 lakh, close to a lakh of people meditate every morning, right? So I miss that. He said immediately. He said, there is no missing at all. There is no lacking. There is no missing at all. Why do you miss? I said, you should go there and meditate. I said, no, I have to book my tickets. It's a lot of expenses. I was between projects then. There's a lot of it involves a lot of money. I have to plan everything. I have to come to India. It's not possible at that time. That's what I told him. He said, see, you are looking at this in a physical way. You're not bounded. You're not limited. Once you meditate, you come out of your body. You know how to come out of your body. Why don't you just meditate and come out of your body, and just go there and meditate in the Anama Chakram premises and come back? Why not do that? You have options, right? Then I felt, I know this, right? I know this. But immediately when he said it, it's like a mantra in my, a chanting in my ears. And immediately, yes, he is right. I'm not limited. I'm not bounded by anything. Then, okay, let me meditate. Immediately I said, thank you. Thank you very much. And let me meditate. and I meditated. I came out of my body and went in Dhyanma Chakra. I meditated and saw Patriji sitting there, and I came. So why I'm saying this is a very important experience is, we know things, but sometimes we forget, or sometimes we need a touch of a master. A voice of a master to push us, to guide us towards what is needed, to propel us towards what is needed, right? So that is like one of the great one of the profound experience that I got. So before I share few good experience or profound experiences, astral experiences, I want to explain why it is needed, right? Why do we give more importance to astral travel, lucid dreaming in spiritual world, in spiritual zone, right? When we talk about practices, so we all know about the soul growth, right? We come as a baby soul from the source, right? Our higher self. We come as a baby soul and we go to adult soul, and then the old soul, and then transcendental, and we go back to the source. We take phases. We go through all these phases, but it takes almost, about 400 to 700 lifetimes to complete the whole cycle. We come from a source. We come onto the earth as a baby soul, and then we mature into an adult soul, and then go to a few, we spend few lifetimes, and then we mature into an adult soul, and then we spend few lifetimes, and then become an old soul, and then few lifetimes, few means, my difference, few hundreds of lifetimes, and then we become a transcendental soul, and then we go back to the source, we go back to the higher self. It's a whole cycle. That's why we call it a cycle. Purnatma, we are in Telugu or Sanskrit language, we come as an amshatma. Amsha means a speck. Amsha, a small speck of that whole thing, whole Purnam. And we go through hundreds of lifetimes to become a Purnatma. Once again, we go back to the source. So in every level, you know in every level, we learn, right? So remember this, my dear friends. The goal of a soul is to learn, to experience by experiencing, to learn by experiencing. Okay. So when you experience something, for example, there is a hot stove or a hot pot there. You don't know it's hot, or it's hot, but you don't know hot means you'll hurt yourself, right? If you touch it, you get hurt. You get burnt. Maybe theoretically you read many times, but you don't know, you didn't experience it, right? But when you touch it immediately, you don't have to read once again and again and again, because you experience it. Not go back and touch it with your hands. You use mittens or something to take the pot and to put it on some, you use mittens, basically you use something. So the same way, you experience in every life that you take the important lessons, to learn the important lessons. In one lifetime, you may be someone who kills people, someone who robs people, someone who do something bad, and you evolve slowly and go to the next level of someone who saves people as a doctor, someone who donates to people, to donates to good causes. You evolve, but every lifetime is a lesson. Every lifetime is an experience. You become Krishna, you become Rama, but before that, you have already become, you were Narakasura, you were Ravana before. You were that. So you cannot judge people based on what they were doing, because you have to see through that. That's what spiritual wisdom gives you, my dear friends. Because when Gautama Buddha saw Angulimal, Angulimal, right? Who used to kill and take their fingers and make a garland and put around him. So everyone knows that he killed a lot of people. I think it was 108th or 100th. He was about to fill his garland with the last finger. He was about to do that to Buddha, because when he saw Buddha, but by his speech, by his talk and everything, Angulimal changed. Because Gautam Buddha is an enlightened master, is a grand master. He can see through you. He can see through, he was able to see through Angulimal, and, he knows that I was Angulimal before. I was like Angulimal before. I was someone who killed before. Now I am a Buddha, but I was that before. So By looking at you, by looking at the actions that you are doing now, I was that before. So if I do some harm or something to you, I'm doing that to myself, isn't it? So every lifetime, right now, we every the soul goes through. It's all about acquiring the experiences, acquiring the knowledge, acquiring the wisdom through experiencing that. So for example, we the soul starts from actually as a mineral state, and then it goes to the animal state, sorry, plant kingdom, and it takes few hundreds of lifetimes and thousands sometimes, and then it goes to the plant kingdom from mineral kingdom, and then after a few hundreds of thousands of lifetimes, and then goes to the animal kingdom, and then goes to the human king, human life. That's why in Bhagavad Gita says, uh, human taking a human life, taking that birth as a human is very precious, because we have gone through many lifetimes from the mineral kingdom to the plant kingdom to the animal kingdom, and then we become, we have took this we have taken this birth as a human. So so for example, this when you are in the human king sorry animal kingdom, you so for example, you are born as a dog, right? So what is the symbol of dog? It's being faithful, being loyal, right? Those qualities of a dog you have imparted within your soul, and then you moved on. Once you are imparted and you have moved on to the next animal, so basically learning also the qualities, animalistic qualities, right? From animals, and then moving to the next one and the human. So even though you're a baby soul, even though you're an amshatma that you just started, you have a little bit a speck of loyalty because you have been a dog before. You understand, right? So every lifetime that you have gone through, you acquired the knowledge, and the knowledge, the wisdom, and it's passing to the next lifetime, right? The same way we go through every lifetimes, and we acquire knowledge, and we go through all the cycle from amshatma to the purnatma. Okay, now it's clear, right? So to experience something, for example, let's say you have 100 years, you're in a one lifetime, let's say the maximum 100 years, you're going to live 100 years. So the 100 years in the span, how much wisdom you can learn, right? So the wisdom is basically experiencing, you're seeing something, you're touching something, you're speaking to someone, you're experiencing something, you're tasting something, these are all panchendriya, we call it, five sensories, these external sensories, right? So through these five we experience things, and that's how we progress, that's how we experience, right? So in these 100 years of our lifetime, it's very limited. Of a in one lifetime, 100 is very less. It's not more, my dear friends. I'm telling you, for a lifetime to lesson, to learn one lesson, it might take, my dear friends, few hundreds of years to just to learn one lesson. For example, you are so there are patterns in our lives, right? There are patterns. Either you get cheated or you cheat others. Let's say this is a pattern. Okay, let's say you get you're being cheated by someone financially, let's say. It's a pattern, right? It's a pattern. It might take few hundreds of years to come out of it. If you don't meditate, if you don't have a spiritual wisdom, it might take few hundreds of years to come out of that pattern. There is a pattern to it, there is a key to it, there is somewhere a small knot that needs to be unlocked to come out of that pattern, right? For that to for you to learn the lesson in that 100 years is not enough in one lifetime. It might take few hundreds of years. When you meditate, you shorten that span time. Definitely when you have spiritual wisdom, you shorten it. But what if you meditate, when you come out of your body and you do lucid dreaming, right? So how many of you had a dream that you just one night of dream you spent like 3 days or more than 3 days or 5 days, 1 week, years of time in that dream? For example, you felt like in a dream that you spent 3 days, more than 3 days, and you came back, it's just been few minutes or few hours of sleep. How many of you spent that? Can they raise their hands or chat? You can chat yes or something. So none of you got that dream. Okay. So in dreams, when you focus more and more, when you try to be aware and when you meditate more and be aware, your dreams become more aware, my dear friends. And then you try to spend more time in dreams. You feel like you are there for you can you. It's just one dream, and you will be there for 30 days or 40 days, 1 year also. But you come back, it's just the same night, same day, same you, nothing changed. But you got 1 month of worth. 30, for example, you spent 30 days of 30 days in one dream. You got 1 month worth of experiences in just one night, right? So basically, you're expanding your knowledge body in lucid dreaming or astral projection or out of body experiences. So that is why we emphasize on astral projections or astral travel, out of body experiences, and lucid dreaming. The more that you travel outside, you go out. For example, you can't go to Himalayas suddenly, but you have to meet a master there. Graham, masters, seen and unseen metaphysical masters. But you meditate, you come out of body, and you meet masters there in Himalayas. You are always in contact with them. You get messages from them. You take their guidance, and you do your sadhana. You do help others with teaching, meditation, and everything. So you're not physically limited, so you don't have to go every time to Himalayas to meet someone. You look for someone, no. So that's how astral travel propels your spiritual progress faster. That's how lucid dreaming helps you to propel your progression faster, my dear friends. That is the reason we emphasize, or we give more importance to astral travels and lucid dreaming. Okay. So I'm just explaining this to let you know, because every time we try to do something, we need to know the importance of it. Why are we doing this? Why are we trying to get to astral travel? I know it looks fancy. Astral travel, the when you go to the pictures or videos, you feel like something is coming out and going in. It looks fancy, but what is the need of it? So that is important. Okay. And yeah, we'll meditate for 20 minutes more, but so I'll take 10 minutes more, and then we'll meditate last 20 minutes. Okay. I want to share a couple of my experiences in astral travel. How I Let's say how I got my conscious astral travel. Maybe that will inspire. So um
Take
so
20 minutes also, Master.
okay,
You
okay,
can,
yeah, sure,
yeah,
sure,
just
thank
last 5-10 minutes, we can just do the meditation.
you. Okay, sure, thank you. So during, I think it was in 2010, 11. I was doing lucid dreaming, from guidance from Prabodh Master. I was experiencing lucid dreaming and everything. That was all fine. Astral travel was also happening, but I was coming out of my body through lucid dreaming. Um, you know, so when you come out of your when you have a lucid dreaming, by the way, for people who don't know what is lucid dreaming, is I just wanted to mention, when you are aware that you are in dream, right? When you are in dream, that you're then you're again immediately aware that you are dreaming. You become lucid. It becomes the lucidity comes in. That's what we call it, lucid dreaming. That means you can control the dream, or you can come out of your astral body, because um, the awareness that goes very deeper. When you are completely aware that you are in dream, immediately you can control the dream. Okay. You it's it won't be a meaningless dream. You can control the dream. You can come out of your body. You can do many things, my dear friends. When we talk about lucid dreaming and deep, we can talk then, but that is the basic version. What is lucid dreaming? Okay. So, by the way, if you want to pursue this lucid dreaming, you have to. One thing is, yoga nidra is important, and also when you meditate at night, right? So, anytime you get a dream, immediately the important practice is to have a dream journal. Immediately write the dream in your dream journal. So at least you have to log in 500 dreams of yours. It might, how many days ever you think, it might take, log 500 dreams. So initially you may not be able to log even one dream completely, but whatever the just glimpse of it. For example, you are okay, I was in the bus, I was traveling like this, just like small brief thing, just write it down. Okay. And slowly what will happen is slowly you'll get to remember all the dreams. Mostly people get 5 dreams in a night, not just one or two, 5 dreams. Okay, if you're doing this dream journal, after a couple of days or few days, you tend to get the second dream as well, remember the second dream, and then slowly you progress, and you tend to remember all the 5 dreams. So at least log 500 dreams in your log journal, dream journal. And lucid dreaming, you don't even have to try, it will come to you. Okay, dream journal is a very powerful practice, my dear friends. That is one. Okay. So basically, yeah, my back to my experiences. I was doing that, but after a couple of years I wanted to come out of my body consciously, like a smooth separation, because I was coming out of my body in my lucid dreaming, in my dreams, but I wanted to come out of my body very consciously. So that is the reason I took a decision at that day. You know, um, I will meditate now. Okay, I will meditate until I come out of my body. I will not open my eyes. Somehow I took the decision because I was reading some material, and I was listening to some YouTube videos. I felt very much motivated. So when you feel very motivated, it's very important time, my dear friends. You have to catch that motivation. You have to it's like feed that motivation. For example, you are doing a homa, you put dravya or you put ghee, right? You are encouraging the fire, you are encouraging the homa sacred fire to give more and more, go more and more. The same way, when you have that fire generated, that motivation comes in you. That is a very important day for you to push your sadhana or do something, so it'll propel you very faster. So you have to catch that and encourage that fire within you. So the same, it happened that day for me. Somehow, maybe a grace of gurus, somehow it happened for me. Then I felt like, okay, I took a decision. I'll close my eyes now. I'll sit in meditation until I come out of my body. I will not open my eyes. Okay, until I come out of my body, out of my physical body consciously, I'll not open my eyes. That's what I did. And then I sat for meditation. After 3 hours, I felt like, okay, because I've been sitting, right? Okay, let me lie down and do like yoga nidra and see what happens. I didn't open my eyes then. I was sitting in my bed, and then again I lied down after three hours, and then I was just observing my breath continuously, observing my energy motions here and there. What's happening? Energy, how is energy moving? Completely like a dead body. I felt like, okay, I am dead now. Let me be dead. How dead body acts? Dead body will not move anything. Dead body will not have any emotions, anything. Just stay there like that. I was staying that. I was like that for a total of I think 6 to 7 hours. I was like that. After that, I came out of my body. I started getting signs of astral travel, and then I was out. I was out of my body, and then I took a quick, walk in that apartment where I was, and then I went in. Then, okay, let me. It's like you're driving a new thing, you're using a new machine or a new car. You have to get used to it, right? What you do, you practice it every day for few days. So we get used to it. In Telugu, we call it nalagatam. We call it nalagatam, right? We get used to it. The same way. So what I did was I meditated every day for 9 days, 8 or 9 days continuously. I came out of my body consciously 8 or 9 days consciously every day. That's I understood. I understood the mechanics of astral travel, astral projection. So that's how it happened for me, my dear friends. I mean, it may work for you, or it may not. I'm not saying this is a formula, but that's what happened to me. I took a decision. Only after I come out of my body, I'll open my eyes, or I will not never open my eyes until I come out of my body. That's what I did. That's when conscious astral travel happened to me. So and then I experimented more and more, experimented with different techniques in astral travel, going through portals, going to the trying akashic records, things like that. So once you know how to come out of your body, it's easy. So um I'll give you a profound one of the profound experiences I had. I mean, I have few, but let me share one right now. Actually, let me share one. Um, so I was meditating for few hours, right? I think 2 to 3 hours. I was meditating then, and then I laid down on bed and still observing my breath, and I came out, right? Suddenly, someone came to me. Some entity came to me and said, Santhosh, you are dead. You passed away. You passed away. You don't belong to this physical world anymore. You have to move along. You have to go. You have to go to the next level, higher worlds. Then okay, let me go. I started my journey to the higher worlds. Suddenly, I started entering the journey to go to the higher world. Suddenly, something came over, a confusion came over, a sadness came over, a sadness and confusion. What's happening? For example, you're drowning in water. For just think, you're drowning in water. You don't know what's happening, how to come out, how to swim out. If it's too deeper, you get confused. But if you are very calm and composed, what happens if you know how to swim? You're calm and composed. What happens? You just swim out, right? You try to float, you backstroke, you do a freestyle swimming, and you gracefully come out, go to the take another lap if needed. You gracefully come out of it, right? But for me, I felt like drowning. My mind was, I felt like some fog was over me, and I was not able to think clearly. A lot of sadness came. My heart got heavy and everything like that. Suddenly, I felt like, okay, why am I do why it's happening to me? I'm observing all the sensations that I'm getting. Okay, we have an tool with us. What is it? Meditation, right? Okay, let me calm down, and within few minutes, let me calm down and see what's happening. And I immediately closed my eyes, and I got centered, you know and then it's like a veil got removed from me. you know it felt like, maybe a closed word is waking up. Okay, it felt like a dream, and a confused dream, and suddenly woke up, and I understood, okay, this is an afterlife I'm going. Okay, let me walk. Now I understood, I'm in journey. But when I entered, I was in a lot of confusion. I didn't know what to do. There's a lot of sadness and everything. But immediately when I closed my eyes, it's like something struck me. I That's when I got to know it's our dhyana shakti, or we call it yoga shakti. Okay, yoga shakti or dhyana shakti. Okay, when that comes, that helps you to clear your helps you to wake up or remove the veil of confusion. Okay, that's what happened to me. Okay, now I started walking. After some time, I feel very sadness, because everything that I felt important is on earth. I won't be able to go back. No, I know I'll be able to come back, but still, my mom, my dad, my parent, my family, everything. I wanted to achieve a lot of things, but nothing happened. I'm going away. And then again, I meditated for a few seconds. It's gone. And I started going, moving forward. And then shame came. Okay. And then again, I meditated. It has gone. It went back. It's cleared. And then again, some more emotion. It's like 3 to 4 times of these phases I had to go through. I was meditating for a few seconds, then it's going away, and then I reached the higher worlds. It was all this journey I was doing to the higher worlds. It was all dark, and whenever I meditate, it felt like something is coming from within and saying, okay, wake up. It's not you. Wake up. It's not you. Then I understood the importance of meditation. Okay, And then I passed that phase, the all the journey phase, and then I went to the higher worlds. I was walking through few lanes. It was all bright, it was all happy, sunny, shiny. Happiness came over, and I was all happy. And I was seeing people sitting down and playing flute, playing music instruments. Some people were meditating there, some people were playing instruments there, they were learning instruments, they were meditating in some other places, they were meditating, they were enjoying in some other places. I was going like that. And after some time, I met my guide. Okay. He said, okay, I'll show you your past life. I'll show you your past life so you can plan your next life better. Okay. So I went to a small room. Okay. A very small room. And then I think it's like 4 by 3 or something, a small rectangular room. A small bed is there and shelves. There are some shelves. Okay. Usually, in older days, we never used to have this cabinets, right? Just the shelves, right? The slab shelves. The cement shelves, we would put all the clothes and everything, folded clothes, right? The same way, a small bed was there, like some poor guy was living, small room, not much to, not nothing. So I was taken into that small room. I was thinking they're going to show me put a big TV and everything. They're going to project some my past life and explain this. No, I was taken into the small room. Okay, that was my expectation, but they took me into a small room, and they opened in that shelf. There is a this much TV. You remember we used to have small TVs in India. If you go to Kirana stores or some grocery stores, they used to have the small TV, watch cricket news, and they do all that stuff, right? Pack your goods. So similarly, a small TV was there. They switched it on, and they started showing my past life. I was some old guy in Hungary. Okay, old guy in Hungary riding my bike. I met with an accident and died. I had four failed marriages. Okay, I had four failed marriages. I was failed in relationships, and old guy with wearing a leather jacket and leather pants. Riding on my bike and met with an accident and I died. They said, "You see, this is how you live. This is not the way you live. You have to be always compassionate towards your partners and everything. You had a four failed marriages. Just just analyze yourself why this happened, and next time you go there, you have to make sure you don't fail in your relationship. You have to be successful." That's what they were giving me, all these points. And then okay, I said okay, and then I came back into my body. My experience was over. Okay, I was in my body, and after coming out of my that experience, I opened my eyes. It took some time because feeling that sadness, feeling this detachment, feeling this anger, feeling the shame and everything, all these things, right? I felt like okay, a very important lesson for me is your yoga shakti or your dhyana shakti is your protection, even this life and afterlife, in next coming life as well. So the more you accumulate your dhyana shakti, your yoga shakti, by meditating more and more, so you acquire that, and it comes to your help. That punya shakti, for some people, the punya shakti, they do a lot of donations, they do a lot of seva, they do help people by teaching meditation. It can be donating for education, donating for good causes, workshops, and these all accumulate. They don't go away, my dear friends. Friends, everything is calculated, everything is considered. So they all come to you, and they'll help you, you know in this journey, in your afterlife journey, and the next life journey. That's what I understood. That's why, I mean, I know this theoretically. I mean, I've read this, I've heard from many masters, but experiencing is completely different, my dear friends. Completely different. So this is one of I got some very profound experiences, and this is one of those profound experiences. And so yeah, so every astral travel teaches you something. There is a learning. not just astral travel, every experience, my dear friends, every experience is a learning. Okay. We have 3 more minutes to start our meditation, so I'll give you one more experience of mine. Okay. I still feel very good when I talk about it. Okay. So I feel like it's a past life. I came, when you come out of your body, you'll be able to access your past lives as well. Okay. So I feel like this is my past life. So I came out of my body. Okay. And I saw a shed. It was created with some what do you call palm leaves, tataku antam kada, tataku. Okay. With that, just a very small shed they were made, temporary shed. Everyone were going in. Everyone was going in and sitting down. They were waiting for a master to come and give their speech, their discourse. So I was also one of those people. I was sitting at the front row with my friends. Okay. So some guy came out. Okay, some master came out and sat in front of us. He suddenly started talking about Christ consciousness. Okay. Christ consciousness, he was saying, you can be a Christ. Christ is just a symbol. Christ is not really a Christ, he's a consciousness. If you meditate, if you do this and that, you can be a Christ consciousness as well. It's not, people got angry because they were ready to listen about Jesus Christ. But the master who was sitting in front of me, he was talking about Christ consciousness. He was saying, Jesus is is just a physical body name, but he got a Christ consciousness. But when you meditate, you also get that Christ consciousness. You become Christ consciousness. You become Krishna. All the stuff he's talking, and people got angry. Almost everybody left. Only 3 people remained. I was one of those 3 people. And he asked, why didn't you leave? I said, okay, this what you're talking about is very interesting to me. I thought Christ means Jesus means, he's God and everything. I never thought I can be a Jesus Christ. So that's why I remained. I wanted to listen to you what you want to say. I said, okay, let me say a few more things. He said, and he said, okay, close your eyes now. I said, okay. We 3 closed our eyes. And I was in closed eyes. I was sitting like that. I think he went through the first guy and I was in middle. He touched my forehead like this. And at that moment, I was feeling in my physical body also in my meditation, by the way. I immediately went into a samadhi state. Like everything stopped. Everything stopped. I was like that. I was just only one being in this whole universe. That's all. Nothing existed. And everything was there, but nothing existed. I was the only one. Somehow it's like a conflicting statement, but it's very hard to explain my experience. But it's like that. It was like that. I was feeling that vibrations in my physical body here. Okay. And then after some time I came out and I felt very happy. And then I came into my body, physical body. It took the whole morning to come out of that. It's like a sudden, I'll not say use the word shock, but something suddenly changed with that just one experience. I understood. I mean, we theoretically know there are higher levels, but experiencing something else differently, my dear friends. That is one of my other one more profound experiences. Okay. And so I just wanted to, in this session, my dear friends, I wanted to talk about my experiences and why we give importance to astral travel, astral projection, out of body experiences, or lucid dreaming, whatever, right? Many names. So, my dear friends, by that, let me say one more thing. So, if you don't, so it's not measured, my dear. Let me tell you, if you're not doing astral travel, don't think you are not progressing. This is one important caution I want to give you. You are progressing all the time. If you are meditating, if you are doing good deeds, if you are even if you are not doing anything, also you are progressing. But when you are meditating, when you are in the spiritual world, when you are doing good deeds, by donating your time, money, and efforts to some great cause, you are always propelling very fast. Astral projection is one of the many ways, or one of the many experiences that you can get propel faster. That's all. So you don't have to judge on one kind of experience. That's what I'm trying to say. You don't have to judge yourself on one kind of experience. For example, you're not getting astral travel, you're not seeing third eye, okay, I'm not doing well. No, don't think that. So for some people, for just to be honest, everyone will be able to do astral travel. Okay, everyone will be able to do it. You just have to spend some time and effort, your focus on it. You have to be on it. That's all. Okay. But what I'm trying to say is, don't judge yourself that you're not able to do it. You didn't do it and you're not doing well. No, don't judge it. We are all progressing. Astral travel is one experience that you can propel faster. That's all. Okay. By saying this, I think I'll stop for now. We have 7 more minutes. We'll meditate for 7 minutes, and then we'll talk about experience and feedback. Padma Garu, is that okay?
That's fine, Andy. That's fine.
Yes. We'll meditate for 7 minutes, my dear friends. Please close your eyes and remove your specs if you have any, and crisscross your fingers and cross your legs. Observe each and every breath, my dear friends. We'll sit in meditation for 7 minutes. Just completely relax your body. Completely relax your body, my dear friends. Completely relax your body from top to the bottom. And observe your natural breath. That's all you have to do. Just be with your breath, my dear friends. Be with your breath. Okay, my dear friends, slowly come back, and when you are ready, place your both palms on your eyes. On 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See. Thank you, my dear friends. So, any experiences, sharing, or feedback, or any questions that you have? We'll take few minutes. I know it's already 10, but we'll take a couple of minutes.
So we started from that time very, very. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yes.
Okay. From that time we started. Actually, before you started itself, actually very high energies. Like all along. Actually, I'm in like very deep meditative state. That's why I was closing my eyes and then listening to you in meditative mode.
Right.
Very, very high energies.
Right.
Extremely high.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. Thank you very much. Actually,
Thank you.
You have to come to the more sessions.
Sure, definitely.
Yeah, our 41 days are over. So, we have to have your sessions.
Definitely.
We are looking forward to see you here.
Sure.
And have the sessions with you and Master. Imagine how it will be, like
Right.
We all will have astral travel experience immediately on the spot.
Yes, hopefully. Yes, definitely. Yeah.
It's really wonderful. And if anybody has any questions, Nitish or Ajay, any Jasmine.
Yeah, I have a question. Hi, Santhosh.
Hey, hi.
Hey. It was a great session.
Thank you.
Yeah. So one question is like some people get that astral travel experience, and some, even though they are seniors, they may not get experience. So it could be. Is that karma also plays a role in getting astral travel, and also chakras? So how can we get that astral travel experience? Like, is it something we need to leave it to universe, or so can we?
So yeah, good question, Andy. So I'll answer it. Okay. So it's a mixture of everything. Okay, it's a mixture of everything. It can be of any number of possibilities. For example, or it can be just not spending much time in meditation. Simple. We call it prayatna lopam, right? Lack of proper correct amount of time in meditation, or the commitment, because anything that you want to achieve, that needs a commitment and passion, right? So just lacking that. But if you go a little deeper, and why it is, definitely when it comes to karma, right? Karma devata, we call it. There is a concept of karma devata. Okay, when you do something that actually propels your when you're trying to do something which will propel your progression, definitely karma comes in between, right? Usually when you're in spiritual world, spiritual realm, you're using spiritual practices, you are trying to nullify the karma, right? Any practice, any spiritual practice is leading your mind to be in that mergeful state, or yoga sthiti, we call it yoga sthiti, which is merging yourself to the universe, or purna that thoughtless state, whatever you call it, right? That yoga sthiti, when you're trying to get it, right? So when you get it, your karmas gets nullified, but and you resolve a lot of your problems. But before that, karma devata comes in between sometimes. Karma devata is nothing but your calculation, karma calculation. It comes in between. It tries to stop you. It tries to put obstacles before you. When you're trying to sit for 3 hours of meditation, it'll something comes and disturbs you after 30 minutes or 40 minutes or 1 hour. When you're about to come out of your body in 20-30 minutes, if you do more, you're about to come out of your body, but something disturbs you and you come out of your body, you have to get up. This is karma related. Okay, for that, only one simple solution: you practice more and more, and you meet more masters. By the way, this is very important. Grandmasters, masters, gurus, when you meet them and take their guidance, it'll help you, it'll propel your progression, because if they start guiding you, their energy also working, right? Their blessings, their happy thoughts, their good thoughts, their blessings, everything works, and it'll help you for sure. One thing. And the next chakra. Okay, for chakras, astral travel can come out from your third chakra, which is Manipuraka. So, and also it can come from your Ajna. Sometimes it can come from your heart chakra. The more that you are more the energy that you have, the higher chakras you come out of your body. Usually, initially what happens is you come from your Manipuraka, because that is the fire center, that is the knowledge, that's where you try to gain more knowledge there. So you try to come out of more, you tend to not try to tend to come out of Manipuraka. Okay, and then you go more and more aware, you gain more energy, you gain more wisdom, you tend to come out of your heart chakra and then your Agnya chakra, sometimes like that. Okay, the skilled or more high level practitioner comes from Ajna chakra. Okay, and at the time of death also, the body or the soul gets released from higher chakra, Ajna chakra as well. Energies gets released from Ajna chakra. There is, when you go deeper, there is a lot of information in that. But the easiest way to cross all these obstacles is to have commitment, right? And you put your focus on it, you think about it a lot, you look at videos, read about it, you think about it, you look at the YouTube videos, you put more and more energy in that area. When you meditate on it, because not just meditation, you're thinking about it, looking at the videos of masters explaining the astral travel, reading the important books on astral travel, Robert Monroe's books. There is a good book on the Robert Monroe, different techniques of astral travel. All these books you read, and you're putting more energy in it. Quantum science says, right, wherever your energy goes, that area increases. That increases automatically. So all these obstacles will be gone. You'll be able to cross it. Okay. Thank you for that question. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for your.
Any other question? Before we will take one more question or feedback, something like that, before we close the session. I think it's already 10:10, right? So
It's okay. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, Jigar, I think you unmuted.
Sorry. I was thinking like, it occurred to me way back in India was by any chance, I don't know, but I had your number. Does it end in 816 in India?
I don't know, I might, but I don't remember.
I got your number. Somehow I stored it as Santhosh Pyramid Meditation. That's it. I wrote it down.
Okay.
And just now I was trying to recall.
I don't think so.
No, because Prabodh Master also used to mention about you.
Okay. That may be in 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013. I have that old number. I don't remember the number, probably 816. Yeah, that may be. Yes.
Okay. I can read out the full number if you want, that may strike. But my actual question was 9346146816. But leave it. That's not so important. But my main question to you would be, when you talk about lucid dreaming, how soon are you able to obtain that state? In all of your experiences,
I got my experience within very few days. One factor is I was practically being with Prabodh Master, getting his guidance. I was Kind of, we were meeting almost every day. We were kind of living in one place, meditating the nights at nights. Probably that may be it, one factor. And more than more than my bachelor studies, I was doing all these experiments. I was very much focused into it. I was doing a lot of experiments, continuously. I was logging my dreams, in dream journal. So it took very few days to got my first experience. And very important point in lucid dreaming is recognizing your recurring dream, my dear friends. For everyone, this is very important point. I think I don't know if you might have heard about it. This the concept of recurring dream. Okay, recognizing your recurring dream. If you have some dream that comes in, I mean, not every dream is unique, by the way. The same pattern dream. For example, if you are missing your bus in dream, you know, one dream you might be missing a city bus. In one dream, Palavelugu is some old bus. In one dream, some other bus. Some dream you're missing train. There is a pattern of missing. Missing bus. Missing your bus, right? If you're getting that, so it's a recurring dream, right? You have to focus on that dream. So before sleeping, you have to remember the dream, that pattern, missing that bus. So every day it's like a pattern, right? When you have to train yourself, like, if there is a recurring dream, immediately catch it and immediately recognize it's a dream, first of all, because it's a recurring dream, right? Because you know that you're missing. Usually you don't miss dream buses all the time, right? If you're missing physically, you have to correct it, by the way, all the time. So I'm thinking it won't happen all the time, right? So if you're missing bus all the time, means it's in dream, right? You're having the dream in recurring pattern, means you have to remember this dream all the time consciously, especially before going to the sleep. And yeah, whenever you have to wait like anything, because recurring dreams are all always, you mostly get it at least once in a week or sometimes twice in a week if it's very much recurring. So whenever you get it, you catch it, and immediately you know that you're in a dream. When you are in that dream, you understand, okay, I'm missing my bus, means I'm in a dream. Once you get that small awareness, that's it. Your life is turned completely. You understood, your experience, you'll experience lucid dreaming then. Okay, that is one way. So for your question, right? So it took few days for me, because I was constantly experimenting with the techniques and how to do it. I was watching videos, reading books, using some more other techniques, waking up every 2 hours at night to check if there is any dream and writing it down. If you don't have pen, and quickly just record it in your phone or have a small recorder at your bedside, so you can record immediately and check in the morning. Because you feel like, okay, you wake up at the, once the dream is over, you wake up, you think you remember it, but after some time you won't remember even a small thing. Sometimes only small fragments, but that won't be enough, right? So immediately whenever the dream is over, you wake up and record it or write it, whatever's comfortable for you, then you'll be able to do lucid dreaming.
Okay, thank you.
If we don't get the dreams at all.
That is fine too.
Yeah, that was my next
Yeah, I
thought
don't get
also.
dreams at all. Very
No
rare.
dreams,
Very, very
like
rare.
it's completely empty, as like a blank slate.
So
Yeah.
Master Prabodh says, he read it somewhere, only Buddha doesn't get dreams. Only Buddha doesn't get dreams. Maybe you are a Buddha, right? So everybody get dreams. Everybody. So just to you have to keenly observe it. Okay, if you want to delve into this lucid dreaming a chapter, you want to experience lucid dreaming, you have to very keenly observe it. Wake up every once in an hour if it's needed. Even a small glimpse of having small dream, you write it, because recognizing a dream is very important. Even a small fragment of a dream, once you recognize it, it slowly grows. The span of dream, you'll be able to observe maybe 2 minutes, 5 minutes, one day. If you are in a dream for 3 days, you will be able to recognize the whole 3 day story also in a dream, which is like 3 days worth of wisdom, right? So you'll be slowly expanded. It comes.
So
I used to
speaking,
enjoy it. I mean, I still do. But
sorry,
sorry, you're saying something.
no, you're important. Go ahead.
No, I mean when I started this lucid dreaming initially practices, right? Every night I was ready to I was ready what comes today, because every day, every night, some different story, different world, different being chasing something, like a movie happens. I used to watch like a curious kid, what happens today. It was fun, when I was doing those experiments. Yeah, sorry, now you can go ahead, you're saying something.
No, mine is not a lucid dream, but in 2017, I was just like how you told you were experimenting. Yeah, it was experimenting with my own self. And during which point I was very in touch with Prabodh Master, who is my colleague. And I had a very bad accident or whatever it is in my dream.
Right.
I happened to share with my friend. He's my friend, so I just shared with him. He said,
Right.
"Okay, well, that's how you remove your past life karma in that thing. So you have really done a good thing by having that dream, and you recall the dream, and you spoke to me very clearly about it."
Right.
So is that relatable to any of these things, like
Yeah,
your past experiences?
sure. Yes. So the accident that happened was in dream, right?
Yeah, it's like a life-threatening, like that kind of a dream.
Right. Yeah, yeah. You get those dreams, especially when you do some sadhana, or you have blessings of some deities or masters or something like that, or you have done some good karmas, good deeds, helping someone, donations, or your personal efforts or something, your time, anything. It can be any of your good karma. Especially this happens when there is a practice, a spiritual practice, when you're in a spiritual practice, some kind of spiritual practice. With meditation, it happens very often, right? So what happens is, we have a saying called గొడ్డలతో పోయేది గోటితో పోతా, లేకపోతే గోటితో పోయేది గొడ్డల వరకు ఎందుకు. We have this saying in Telugu, which means, instead of having a big misfortunate, unfortunate incident happening to you, you'll just have a small thing like a scrape on your body, or just having a nail, broken nail or something like that. The saying, right? So what happens is, when you meditate, Bhagavad Gita clearly says, karma, everybody has to have to go through karma. So it cannot be removed, it cannot be negated, but it can be nullified. Which means, nullify means, instead of this, it can happen like this. Your karma can be nullified. So, for example, when you meditate, when you do very good sadhana, when you meet great masters, when you do seva, especially all these things, what happens is, the big chunk of karma becomes a very small chunk of karma. So, for example, you have done a very bad thing in your past life, right? That comes back, and you have to go through that. You have to, because karma is all about action and reaction. For anything, you'll be responsible. Accountable. Karma is all about accountability, right? So instead of going through a real accident in your real life, you go through that same accident in your dream, and but you feel the same pain, same fear in the dream. It doesn't matter, right? Dream is like this, right? The same thing happens in your real life. You go through the same pain, same fear, same thing, but the dream is also same thing. But the only thing is, you come out of it and you feel nothing, right? But you go through the emotion. The importance of it is to go through that emotion for you, right? The pain and agony. So instead of feeling that whole 1 year or two, for example, if that accident happened to you, you might have been on a bedridden or something. You might have had that pain or fear or that for a year, let's say. But that happened to you for few seconds or few minutes in a dream. right? But still happened. So the karma is nullified. So you felt that you have gone through that accident for some time, and you are free of it. So that's how karmas get
Yeah.
nullified,
Good
especially.
that it happened because I woke up almost towards the verge of, passing away or something like that. Very serious, actually.
Especially when you remember that dream very clearly, and also after waking up it's very clear and you feel the essence of the dream. It has some meaning in it. It's very deeper dream. Okay, that is one way of decoding dreams.
Okay, because I right now am going through this book. If you can see, The Interpretation of Dreams by Sigmund Freud.
Oh, Sigmund Freud's book. Okay. Mhm.
This
Nice.
this I somehow found it luckily when I took my children to the park. There was a small public library, like everyone leaves books,
Right, right,
and this lady was maintaining that park library for 13 years,
right, right.
and she was taking out these bulky books and she was just keeping them away. I was there
Okay,
for kids books,
okay,
and she handed it over to me.
okay,
You
okay.
want to take this? I said, okay, what goes? And I
Yeah,
saw
it
that, I said,
shows
oh
you.
my
The
God,
book
this is
shows you.
dreams.
Yeah, yeah.
So I
Yes.
started reading that, but okay, that's about that.
Good, good, very good. So any more questions or
Sorry, I took everyone's time.
no, you're
It's,
fine. We have some time. So any more questions or feedback, or we can wrap this session?
Yeah, it's really wonderful, wonderful session, Master.
Thank you.
It's really good. Yeah, we learned a lot of things. And then how to, now we have to increase our energies and get the dreams.
Right, right.
Yeah, for me also, I remember very, very few dreams actually. Those came long, long time back, but still I remember it very
Right.
clearly. But other than that, like I don't get that many dreams at all.
Okay.
Master was saying the other day, you are spending all your energy on different things. That's why you're not. So that's it. Yeah, we are looking forward, for
Yes.
your trip. Wisdom. That's it. We are very lucky to
Yep, yep.
get introduced to
Yes.
all,
True.
So you
all of
met
you.
Prabodh Master, he's in USA.
Yeah, he's here. He's in USA.
Yeah, he went first actually to visit him only. As soon as
Okay.
he landed here, next day he was in his place.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Okay.
You didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Actually, I
You are
spoke to
coming back
him.
just before he's leaving actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
before, yeah. He said he would be leaving from Jersey only. So 7th and 8th, yeah, he said we have time
Right, right.
Yeah.
before he leaves on the 9th.
Santhosh Master is coming, right? Santhosh Master is coming for that.
Oh,
Both
so
of them are going to lead Astral Travel.
for which one?
7th, September 7th and 8th, you're going to have the session with Master, right?
I think so. Yes, yes. Yeah. I think
Yes, don't forget. I will
Yes.
remind you again and again.
Yeah. Sure, definitely.
I will be sending the flyers.
Yes, please. Yes, definitely.
And then you will receive, from Arun, all the flyers.
Yep.
So September 7th and 8th in the weekend.
Right. Okay.
And Master is leaving on 9th
Okay.
to India.
Okay. September 9th.
Are you free? Don't travel anywhere else. Okay?
Yes. I will not. Yep.
Yeah, it's a weekend.
Yeah, it's a weekend, right? Yeah.
It's a weekend, but he won't be home at all. He travels all the time.
Yeah. I won't be weekends. Usually, it's I don't know where I'll be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're coming to Raleigh, right? Raleigh now.
Yes, I'll be there. I'll be in Raleigh. Yeah. We'll
So
meet there
after
in
that.
Raleigh. Yes.
Yeah. That's it. Thank you, Master.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Thank you. Thank
coming
you
and
very much.
joining, and then
My pleasure. Thank you. Thank you very much.
thanks
Thank you
a
so
lot.
much, Master. Thank you.
We'll meet again. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you.